Hello and welcome everyone to the Rugby Chat. As we promised, we have brought you the Bradby edition of the Rugby Chat. So it's a big game coming up, two big games coming up in fact, and after the Dialogue Schools Rugby League ended, this is the encounter that everyone is looking forward to. So to talk about everything that Royal College and Trinity College have done throughout the season so far, and to talk about what happened last year, we have brought two very special guests. First up, we have the skipper of Royal College from the year 2016, Nikhila Gunadeera. Welcome to the show, Nikhila.
Thank you.
And we have Isuru Rangala, the 2015 skipper of Trinity College. Welcome, Isuru.
Thank you.
So we have these two gentlemen to talk about everything that happened in 2026 and what we can expect to take place here at the Bradby. The first leg, of course, taking place at the Royal College Sports Complex on the 11th of July, and then the second leg taking place at the Trinity College grounds in Papare on the 25th of July. You can catch like action live of the Bradby Shield encounter on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare. ThePapare 1 channel number 62 on Dialogue TV, and channel number 126, ThePapare 1 HD on Dialogue TV. So let's head into our discussion. Nikhila, I'll ask the question from you first. So if we talk about what happened last year, now Trinity College, they came in as the champions, the league champions. Yes, they did lose two games, the knockouts final against Isipatana and then the final game against St. Peter's. But at the Bradby, it was a completely different scenario. Royal College turned up big time and they made sure that they got the job done to win the shield back.
So we had like a really good season last year. So at the start, it was very we had ups and downs. We lost against Wesley, but at the end, so we managed to win all the trophy matches. Like it was really very exciting. So like I also almost got a heart attack in few matches, especially the St. Thomas's matches, Isipatan matches. Somehow boys did really well and they fought really hard, and somehow we were able to win all the trophies.
Isuru, the same question from you as well. Trinity College came in as the league champions, but at the Bradby, Royal got the better of them. They won the first leg and made sure they did enough to keep that lead in the second leg.
Yeah, I think Trinity had a really good season, but towards the end, I think because during the season they beat Royal with a 39 points gap, and then I think after winning the league, they thought it will be easy to win the Bradby as well, since they have already beaten Royal. But then Bradby is a different game. When Royal, Trinity, both teams, they play a different style of rugby when it comes to Bradby. So I think at the first leg, Royal showed everyone what they are capable of, and Trinity had few mistakes, and in the second leg they were able to capitalize those mistakes, but at the same time it wasn't enough to retain the Bradby Shield. So I think hats off to Royal for winning the Bradby last year.
So I believe if you have forgotten what happened last year, we can now take a look at the score lines and the aggregate from last year at the 79th edition of the Bradby Shield. In that first leg up in Pallekele, Royal College got the better of Trinity, 15 points to 5. It was an important away win for Royal College, and here at the complex, Royal College, they lost, but they lost by just 5 points. They had a 10-point gap in that first leg, so they managed to make sure they got the shield back with a 18 point to 13 points aggregate at the end. So it was a very close encounter. Both the encounters were really close, and I believe one of the main key talking points, Nikhila, during last year was the defensive aspect of Royal College, because Trinity, they scored tries, they scored a lot of tries throughout the season, but Royal College, the defensive aspect was superb. They had everything covered.
Yes, that is true. So when it comes to Bradby, definitely it's a different game. So the mindset, the practice, the preparation, it's all different. So I think we had the first leg in Kandy. So when we go for the Bradby, so we are definitely, if we don't have the defense, we can't win the I mean, we can't
win the encounters.
encounter. So like defense is really important for us. So and also same as attack, I think at the day we did both really well, and I think our boys were really focused, really motivated, and I think they all gave their hearts out for the game.
Isuru, about the defensive aspect of Royal College, that was the key point, the difference between the two teams.
Yeah, like you said, Royal played a defensive game, and then they showed it pretty well to all the fans. And I think mainly Trinity had few crucial mistakes like lineouts and some missed penalty kicks that cost them the game during the first leg. And Royal did their homework very well, I would agree. And Trinity, they had few mistakes which cost them the Bradby that year.
If we just roll back the clock a little bit, Nikhila, now I think you played in 3 Bradby encounters in 3 years. You captained in 2016. It was a drawn year when it comes to the aggregate. I think you experienced everything. You won one, you lost one, and you had 1 year which ended as a draw. Yes. So yeah, let's talk a bit about the memories of those 3 years.
So I first started playing for first 15 in 2014 under the captaincy of Nimshan Jayawardena. So that year also, like from that year onwards, only like we had the platform, the structure. I think Coach Martis also joined Royal, and then Lucas they took over for the first 15 team, and they built the structure. So like when I first went to first 15. It was very different. So we were like, eating from McDonald's and all that. It was a very easy, lifestyle, So after Coach Leuke, Coach Martis, they came. So everything changed. So like they taught us what to eat, what not to eat, and they were very strict on us. And so I think those small details mattered for the long-term success. I think for the last 10 years, it all matters. It all counted.
Yeah, it's something that you really need when you're schoolboys. You need someone to make sure that they guide you towards the right path, especially when it comes to what you eat and what you must not eat when you're athletes. So Isuru, I think you have played in 4 Bradby encounters. You won 3, but in the year that you captain, unfortunately, you lost the Bradby. So let's talk about the memories from those 4 years.
Yeah, I think I had the privilege to wear the jersey in 2011 under Murad Ramzeen's year, but then I didn't get the chance to play the Bradby. But then from 2012, I played my first Bradby, and that was I think that was the best memory I had, in my whole rugby career. But then I won 3 Bradbys, and then my last year we lost. Unfortunately, Royal played their hearts out. And then I think the main error was that we lost few lineouts and set pieces. Royal dominated the set pieces really well. I should agree with the Royal Banuk and his team. They did really well during the second leg, because first leg was a 1-point gap, and we never expected during the second leg to go the way it went actually. But then there are ups and downs during the season, and I think we have learned a lot. I have learned myself so much from that game, so it has helped me throughout my life up to now. So I'm happy with whatever that has happened. Yeah.
So yeah, those are the thoughts from 2 former captains of Royal College and Trinity College. So let's first talk about the Trinity College outfit this year, Nikhila. Very impressive, phenomenal year for them. Unbeaten knockout champions, unbeaten league champions. This is how they have dominated this year. 55-12 against Lumini, 58-5 against St. Anthony's, 39-0 against Isuru Rangala, 41-10 against DS Senanayaka, then 36-12 against Isipatana, 43-10 against Wesley, 48-15 against Royal, 37-32 against Sahara, the only encounter that they probably struggled a bit. And then against St. Peter's, it was not a big scoreline, but they always had it under control. It was 20 points to 7. And then in the knockouts, against Thurston, 38 points to 8. Against Sahara, again, bit close, 32 points to 23. Sahira led that game at one point, and against Wesley 49-29, and against Royal in that final, a very dominant performance, a record-breaking performance, 58 points to 26. 13 games, they won all of them. Thoughts on this Trinity College outfit led by Shan Altaf?
Actually, they have been doing well so far, like for the whole season. They have done well. So I think the only team that was like give them a challenge was Zaira. So I think everyone played together. I mean, it's like if player gets open, a lot of players are there to support them. So that's something I see in them. Like that's very special. So most of when you see other teams, like normally 1 or 2 players come. When someone from Trinity breaks, 3 or 4 players are around him. They're always there to support, and their continuity and even set pieces, line outs, everything. They do it very perfect. They get it right, and
that has been very impressive.
Very impressive.
Yeah. So Isuru, now we talk about Shan Altaf, but as Nikhila rightly mentioned, it's not just Shan Altaf. From the attacking mindset, from the defensive aspects, they have Udan Vijay Kaur, phenomenals from off, Minula Yadhegi, Achinta Jayasena, probably the best number 8 of the season, Evin Jayasena, Hamza Abdin, a lot of names like that. So it's a complete team performance, isn't it? And I believe the structure at Trinity College has played a huge part in bringing up such a strong team with everyone contributing at this much of a high level.
Yeah, I think Shan and the team showed what really they are capable of, and winning all the matches with this kind of a score margin, that's incredible. And we are, as Trinityers, we are really proud of how they have performed throughout the year. They have been coming to Colombo for every game and no complaints, nothing. They have been playing, going back to Kandy, doing their homework properly. And like you mentioned, Nikhila mentioned, it's just not Shan Altaf. He's a team. They are actually playing as a team. That's what they have been doing out throughout the season, and they have showed it very well. Every match, every game, they played as a team. They were really humble throughout the season. They were very well disciplined, and that's what, and the coaching staff and everyone has been there with them, the whole supporting committee. So I think that's what it has been, who has been bringing them this success, and we are really proud of the team this year.
Trinity College, what a team it is. Just a small question before we go into a break. Where would you rank this Trinity College side from the teams that you have seen in the school's rugby circuit here in Sri Lanka? In the top 3 maybe, Nikhila? Top 5?
Definitely yes.
Definitely yes. In the top 5, yes.
From my opinion, I would say I have been seen for the past 25 years teams playing, but then for me, from my perspective, I think this is the best school rugby team that I have seen.
That you have
I
seen.
mean, it's my opinion. Yeah. I don't know about, but for me, it's the best team because with this margin, what they have shown us, it's incredible.
Exactly. That's. I believe that might be the opinion of a lot of people, because this is a team that has dominated quite a lot. But we do have to talk about Royal College as well. Not the best of seasons, but they did manage to win that all-important last game that they played against Wesley College. We will talk about that, but before that, we will head into a commercial break, and on the other side, we will be back with the Royal College insights for 2026 and the fact that how much of a difference it is to play in the league and to play in the Bradby Shield. So right now, we'll head to a commercial break and we'll be back with the Rugby Chat Bradby Edition.
Elevate your game with ThePapare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to ThePapare, your home for all things sports. Live the action. Feel the excitement.
80th Bradby Shield encounter, 11th and 25th of July, live on the Papare 1 HD, ThePapare.com, and the Dialogue Play app.
Elevate your game with ThePapare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination.
This summer, the world unites across the United States, Mexico, and Canada for the biggest ever FIFA World Cup. On the Papare channels on Dialogue Television and the Dialogue Play app. For 80 years, the tradition has lived on through pride, pressure, and unforgettable battles. Royal College, Trinity College, a rivalry that defines generations. The 80th Bradby Shield encounter, 11th and 25th of July, live on the Papare 1 HD, ThePapare.com, and the Dialogue Play app.
Elevate your game with ThePapare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews, and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to ThePapare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
The 80th Bradby Shield encounter, 11th and 25th of July, live on the Papare 1 HD, ThePapare.com, and the Dialogue Play app.
Welcome back everyone to the Rugby Chat Bradby Edition. As I mentioned earlier as well, we have Nikhila and Isuru, former captains from Royal College and Trinity College respectively. So we did talk about Trinity College. Now let's shift towards Royal College. Nikhila, not the best of seasons, not the most ideal season for them. In the cup segment, they lost 3 games, but they did manage to win that final encounter against Wesley. And I believe that will definitely give them a lot of confidence. If you can look at the results, they lost to Sahira, Visipatana, Trinity, and St. Peter's, and in that knockout final against Trinity as well. So if we go straight to the point, how much of a confidence will they have, because they did manage to win that final against Wesley?
Yes, I think winning the last game brings up a lot of confidence. So at the start of the season, so we actually started off really well. So at the knockouts, we had Anthony's. Then Isipatana, St. Thomas's, and the league final only, the knockout final. So that I think we lost the game because of our defense, the backline defense. They were kicking everywhere and all those things. So if we can encounter those things and those areas, we'll be able to do something big. And after, so when it came to the league. So we lost about 3 matches. That's true, but what matters is so when we come for the Bradby, it's a different game. So the mindset, the mentality, the practice, it's all different. So it's about who wants it more on that day, on the particular day. So
it's a different ball game completely.
Definitely. So I believe our team will do something special like last year. Definitely, we will do something this time also.
I believe Isuru probably do have some interesting opinions on that statement from Nikhila. Isuru, These are Spatirana, Senuja, Dinuk, Simak, Savista, some quality players there, but they just couldn't deliver the results that were expected. Probably the most disappointing season when it comes to the league. They ended up taking the 5th place because overall they consistently have finished in the top 3 or the top 4 always in the last few years. So thoughts on this Royal team this year?
I think they had ups and downs, like Nikhila said, during the season, but then end of the season they showed what they are really capable of. I mean, winning that Wesley game with a huge margin showed everyone that they are capable of doing something different during the Bradby. But then when it comes to Bradby, both teams play a different game. So from as a Trinitian, I want my school to win, Trinity to win, obviously, but what Nikhila said, but then I'm pretty sure we are going to win this time, so I would like to wish.
That's a very bold statement. Yeah, we will come back to the predictions. Let's wait for that. So I think something that both of you mentioned, Nikhila and Isuru, was the fact that the school's rugby league and the Bradby, it's very, very different. So if we just compare it with the cricket standards, the rugby league is the World Cup and the Bradby is the Ashes. I think basically that's the best explanation we can give. So what do you think is the difference, the real difference? Do you think when you guys played, were the trainings different for the Bradby from what you did for the league, or the tactics probably changed from the league to the Bradby? So what really is that difference, Nikhila?
So basically, so for the league is something like it should be consistency. It's about consistency, winning, and you know every week you get a match, and then you go winning, keep on winning, and then go for then at the end you get the title. That's how it is. So the Bradby, it's 2 legs, 2 games, and it's more than that. It's tradition. It's like brotherhood. It's history. It's rivalry. It's everything. So something like it's actually, I think, if I'm not wrong, for every Trinitian, every young Trinitian, young Royalist, I think playing a Bradby, more than a league, I think for Trinitians both, I'm saying. So playing a Bradby is really important. It's like the main thing, being a Ruggerite for both schools.
Yeah. Isuru, what really was the difference when you played from the league when you come into the Bradby encounters?
I think league is where like every school gets to play, but then Bradby is something exclusive. Not every school get to play this game, this encounter, and we are very lucky to be a part of this encounter. And then for every Trinitian and every Royalist, we are being able to play the Bradby is the main goal. I mean, more than a league, more than presidents or anything, Bradby is the main goal, and it's more about traditions, the brotherhood that we have been carrying out for the past few years, and friendship. During the match, we will kill each other, but then after the game, we enjoy. We pretty much have a good time and discuss everything. It's mainly about the traditions and the friendship and the brotherhood, I would say.
The Bradby Shield, as both Nikhila and Isuru mentioned, something that a lot of people don't get the opportunity to play. So the Royalists and the Trinitians very, very lucky to be a part of this tradition, something that has shaped generations of Sri Lankan rugby. So now if we move into this year, I think even Nikhila would agree, Trinity, they probably have the upper hand, being the unbeaten team, 13 games in a row. 14 games we can say, because they won the second leg at the Bradby last year. So Nikhila, what's your prediction? We will make the prediction only for the first leg here at Colombo.
Okay, so from the bottom of my heart, I would definitely say it's Royal. Definitely it should be. So do you want a number or something? Number for the score? So if I talk about the number, let's say 25-20, Royal winning, definitely.
Before I get Isuru's prediction, I believe we can take a look at the tally at the moment. 79 encounters have ended. Trinity 40, they have the lead. They last one in 2024. Royal 37, trailing by 3. They last one last year. So they have 2 drawn years as well, and we have one captain who played in one of those years. So 37 to 40. Isuru, now welcome to you. Will it be 41 or will it become 38?
Obviously, I want it to be 41, and I would say it will all depend during that day. Whoever wants it the most will win it, and I would predict it will go. Trinity will win, obviously, and then there will be around 35 to 20 margin, at least a 15 points margin. But then somehow it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just even with a 1 point win, that'll be enough for
Enough
us.
to win the shield
Shield
back. So there's a lot of talk about maybe trying to go for the aggregate record, Isuru.
We'll wait and see. Honestly, I just don't want to jinx anything. We'll see how it goes during the day.
Because I think a lot of people are making some of those predictions based on the knockout final and the league encounter. But as both these gentlemen mentioned, when it comes to the Bradby, it's a completely different ball game. You really can't predict what's going to happen. All the 13 games that Trinity have won, it really doesn't matter. All the 4 games that Royal College have lost, that doesn't matter as well. It all comes down to 2 days. These 2 teams will play the 11th July and the 25th of July. And from making the predictions, now I will give both of you the chance to name one player. One player for Royal College, Nikhila, that can make the biggest difference in the first leg. Who do you think that would be?
So from my perspective, I would say Dinuka Pereira, the winger, number 14. He would do something for us for sure.
Isuru?
I would
From
say
Trinity?
it's number 9 Udan. If he plays his normal game, then it won't be a big issue for us.
And the final question for both of you. Now there's another game coming up after this first leg. The second leg will come up. Now whichever the team that's trailing, let's say it's 5 points, maybe it's 10 points, maybe it's even more, we don't know. So how much of a pressure that is, Nikhila? Because I think you have experienced that as well when you played. How much of a pressure that is when you go into that second leg when you're trailing by any sort of margin?
So definitely, it all depends on where you play also. So if you play in Colombo the first leg, so when you go to Kandy, it's very stressful and it's a lot of pressure. So but like you say, like I say,
it really depends on where you play.
Actually, it actually will depend on where you play, and mostly. So when we go to Kandy, it's I mean the atmosphere, the weather, everything matters. So that's something we
So for Royal, I think it's better for them to make sure they do have the lead going into Pallekele.
So normally, what we prefer is playing the first leg in Kandy and second leg in Colombo. That's what we.
So there's that advantage, advantage in the second.
There's nothing like playing at home.
Isuru, the same question from you, because you have experienced it, that little 1 point gap was enough to create a lot of pressure for all of you back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, even a 1 point gap is so that will be so much pressure, and it's always good to go with the lead, and then Trinity has the upper hand playing down in Pallekele, the second leg. But then for this Trinity team, I think they have been playing more games in Colombo, and they have been meeting Royal throughout the season in Colombo. So I don't think that will be a big issue for them, since they are used to Colombo now ground.
So let's see what happens. So that's it from the Rugby Chat Bradby edition. Thank you very much, Nikhila, for joining with us. Thank you very much, Isuru, for joining with us. With very busy schedules in their lives, they did manage to join with us. So utmost respect for joining with us. And so let's see what happens on the 11th of July when Royal College and Trinity College meet once again in the first leg of the 80th Bradby Shield. As I mentioned earlier as well, you can watch the action live on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare, on ThePapare 1, channel number 62 on Dialogue Television, and channel number 126, ThePapare 1 HD on Dialogue Television. So make sure to join with our live broadcast of the 80th Bradby Shield. Once again, thank you, gentlemen, and thank you very much, everyone, for joining with us. Let's meet at the Bradby. Have a very good night.
Tune in to ThePapare, your home for all things sports.